Hi guys, so today I've got my 37-week pregnancy update for you. So only 3 weeks to go till baby's due date, which is super exciting. If you are new to my channel, you like beauty, fashion, lifestyle and now mummy videos, then please do hit that subscribe button on the right hand side of your screen. You just get updated every time I upload a video. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and I'd love to have your help. So I'm going to go straight into my app as I do every week and just read what's going to be happening this week at 37 weeks. So at the end of 37 weeks, your baby would have grown to the length of 48.6 centimetres and weigh approximately sort of 6 to 6.5 pounds. Growth slows down at this point and your baby is busy practicing for life after birth. Your little one is plumper and if born now, he would not require an incubator to keep warm due to the presence of sufficient fat stores. Lungs are fully developed, which means he would be able to breathe on its own if born now. Usually babies are head down at this point, but you can drop right until the time of birth, so it doesn't matter if you haven't dropped just yet. You've still got time. If you're having twins, they will weigh approximately 5 and 6 pounds at this point, but if they are smaller, they may need to be kept in an incubator for some time after birth to keep them warm. So your body, you might be experiencing yourself, is that you may have begun to have some vaginal discharge, which is a good thing to happen. It's your body's way to prepare for labour by secreting extra cervical mucus. The baby is probably head down by now, but if not, there is still a chance that your little one may turn into proper position. In case this does not happen, your caregiver will advise you on the options such as external manipulation or a caesarean section. Remember that only about 5% of women have their babies born on the actual due date, including those who have a due date determined by an ultrasound. Don't set yourself up for the disappointment by concentrating heavily on the magic day. Your baby will come when he or she is ready to enter the world. Your doctor will perform a pelvic examination soon to check the position of the baby. You may have noticed that the bump has changed shape around this time as your baby drops lower down to prepare for its journey through the birth canal. People may remark that you have dropped, and you are probably glad, as this discomfort of feeling cramped and breathlessness has eased slightly. At the stage, your placenta weighs about 1.5 pounds and adds to the extra weight you are carrying. The placenta's job is now nearly done. So lots of things happening again this week. Baby is pretty much fully developed, which is fantastic, and it's really exciting that, you know, babies born at 37 weeks are normally completely fine, and that makes me sort of really happy. For myself in general, I went to a midwife appointment 2 days ago, a couple of days ago, and baby is head down, and she said that he is right into my pelvis, so that is really good, really low down. I am still feeling him kicking though right up into my ribs. I am quite petite, so I don't think there's much room for him to actually drop down, if you get what I mean, because I have quite a small body, and I think that, you know, he's taking up all that room, so I'm still feeling quite a lot of pressure in my rib area and sometimes as well in my back. I feel like he's going to kick through that way as well, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, but nothing too uncomfortable at all. It's just sort of gives you a bit of a flinch now and then. Baby's movement has been really nice to watch this week. It's really sort of jiggling around and the movements are really prominent now. I haven't seen like a specific limb, like you don't know it's a foot or anything like that, but you can see sort of limbs and stuff being pushed out and the belly moving a lot, and my tummy seems to change shape quite a lot as well from day to day. It sometimes is quite round and sometimes it's very hard. So yeah, lots of changes to that sort of thing this week as well. Overall, my back pain has been pretty good. I haven't had any problems again from the hip or anything like that, or my pelvis really hurting. My middle back and my upper back, like I discussed last week, I believe, is still in some kind of discomfort. I just think that the weight of my belly and me trying to hold myself up is just creating a bit of muscle tension, and I have been feeling a little bit achy and just feel like I need to have a massage, if that makes sense. You know, when your muscles are just really tight. So that's something that I've definitely been experiencing quite a lot this week as well. I have again been feeling that sort of heartburn where just sort of bubbles up my chest, and then sometimes a bit of sick goes into my mouth, which is very unpleasant just because no one actually wants that. I mean, it's not painful or anything like that. I don't actually feel sick. It's just a sort of as a burn, you know, it's a heartburn. So yeah, and I get that, and I get a little bit in my throat, which can be a bit of discomfort again, but again, a Rennie sorts that out for me, and I find that if I just take a Rennie or two, it settles down and I'm absolutely fine after that. I have also not been as hungry as I have been previously in my pregnancies. Like in trimester 2, I was always hungry. I could have eaten all the time and been quite happy to eat all the time. But this trimester particularly, my appetite has definitely gone down, and I'm eating because I know that I need to eat to keep my energy levels up and obviously to feed baby. But actually I haven't really wanted to eat that much. It's just because I think there's not much room, and I think my organs are being quite squished, and I think that when I do eat I get that sort of heartburn because my tummy's being very, very squished, and it's just a little bit uncomfortable, and therefore my appetite is just kind of gone. Also, with regards to sleep and being tired, I have been feeling a lot more tired the last sort of week or two. It's just, I think your body's sort of preparing for what's about to happen, and there's a lot of changes going on, so I have been feeling very, very tired, and I have heard about like the 3rd trimester tiredness that can come from that. I'm definitely feeling more sort of exhausted even though I'm getting enough sleep. I'm definitely trying to get as much sleep as I possibly can now, so that when baby comes I have gained like a few hours in the nights that I would normally not have, and that's been really, really nice. I've also been really enjoying, I can still go for walks and everything like that. That's been really nice, and just getting fresh air just makes me feel a lot better. And yeah, I just, to be honest, I've had a really, really good week again. The last few weeks have been really, really nice, and I've been feeling really good, like mentally, physically, that sort of thing. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of discomfort, but nothing that I should really be complaining about at all. I've been feeling very, very good, and I feel very, very lucky that I have been feeling this way. I had a few weeks where I felt really, really terrible with my back pain, but that seems to have passed, and I'm actually in really, really high spirits and just waiting for this little one to arrive now, which literally can be any day now. That's sort of the thing that I find really, really hard. I like to plan, and I like to know what's happening when, so the thought of like not knowing when baby arrives really kind of sort of puts me a little bit uneasy, because you know, is it going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to happen in a week? Is it going to happen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you know? Because obviously baby can be late, so even though the due date's in 3 weeks, he could come at 42 weeks. So that kind of puts me off a little bit. Like I feel a little bit like, oh, I wish I just had some idea, and I just really don't. People keep saying, do you have an idea? And I'm like, oh, like I don't know. Like every week it kind of changes, and I've been feeling really, really good, so that's interesting. I find that quite difficult, just to sort of try and process that. I just have to go with it. I've also been having a little bit of an irritable bowel situation going on, where I think that my system is just clearing itself out, and I keep getting quite bad tummy cramps, but not like contraction cramps, irritable bowel cramps. And yeah, I'm having to go to the toilet quite a lot, which is that's probably been sort of the hardest thing, because when I go out sometimes I just have to go to the toilet and there's not always one available, and then I'm in quite a lot of agony because I have to go. I think because everything again is squished, and it just, when you have to go when you're pregnant. Again, I'm weeing about 4 times a night still, and during the day I'm constantly popping to the toilet for a wee, and that's completely normal now. Obviously baby's head is right in my pelvis now, so my bladder is being properly squished. But in general, a really, really good week, and I'm going to show you my belly now. So this is my belly with clothes on. And this is my belly without. Nice and round. My belly button still hasn't pushed all the way out, but it is pushing out slightly just there. But there we go. In regards to my wedding ring is still on. I haven't bought any more maternity clothes or anything like that. I'm not going to now. Obviously I did that haul for nursing the other week. If you haven't seen it, it'll be linked below or above, so yeah, check that out if you haven't seen it. And I also did my first baby haul this week as well, so if you haven't checked that video out, I'll link that up above for you, because I was really excited about filming that one, because that was like my first haul video I've done with baby stuff. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it above, and you can just see all the things. And I've also got another haul video coming for you next week as well, with the big sort of items, so do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And just before I finish, at the midwife, I know that we've been talking throughout this sort of, if you've been following me for a while, that my bump has been measuring quite small. It's pretty much now on the average line, it's just slightly below the average line. So I now have like an average baby bump. I'm no longer in the small range, which is quite funny, because obviously at the beginning they were really concerned because my bump was so small. I just think my tummy needed time to stretch. And yeah, so now I'm kind of in the middle range, just slightly below. I don't think anyone's ever going to be directly on that line. You're going to be a little bit below or above, or so on and so forth. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that to you as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. See you later.